here, babe. Let's get your life jacket on.
Hi, I'm Misty with Moon Stand-Up Paddleboard Yoga in Michigan, Sylvan Lake, and right now I'm actually at a different location and I'm with Luna, and we're gonna go over the steps of how I got Luna to start paddleboarding with me and sitting on the board. Fortunately for Luna, she started as a puppy, and so when she was really little, it was more or less she was still going through a lot of just her basic training. And I would start with the board and the grass and get her acclimated that way. And a lot of times I start even newbies this way if they have trouble standing. So a lot of the principles are relative to a person and a dog. Dog's gonna have a little bit more of other distractions like wildlife, things like that. She's got her life jacket on already. And when she was young, I would get her to understand the concept that you do get on the paddleboard and where she was gonna sit or stand. So when she was younger, I would have her get on the board just like this. Luna already has her life jacket on, but as a young pup, they're still growing. I would just rather have her get used to being on the board. Now, if you have more of an adult dog that's starting a little later in life, you know, it's still okay to start them on the board without the life jacket on. Basically, she kind of already knows like to come to the center of the board, but a lot of this is more or less treat driven, and I would suggest getting on the board even with them if you wanted, if you wanted to get on and sit with her. And then like, Luna, you want to come here? You want to sit? You want to sit? Sometimes on land, you know, she can get on and off quite easy. But like I said, this was kind of the first step here, just getting them acclimated. Luna, come. Luna, come. Come. Good girl. Get in. All the way in. Now, I keep her leash attached, especially for a husky. What's nice is you've got the handle here. If they do fall off, you would want to grab onto their life jacket. But like I said, I also keep her leash handy, sometimes even a shorter one than this. But just to get the whole idea, the whole principle right here, where the center is. I mean, if you have another instructor to help you or another partner that could help with the dog, because they start to get kind of distracted, and you probably want to go through increments, like play with this, train for 5-10 minutes, and try it again the next day, just to get, like I said, the whole like muscle memory of the brain that this is what they're gonna do. And then the next step, I like to start to take the board down to the water. If you have a water dog and they love the water already, you may not have much of an issue, but if you have more of a dog that's not the typical water dog, like Husky is, she loves the water, but she's not gonna really go swim, fetch, or play in it much, but she's not afraid of it. The first time that we tried on the water, it was basically like a beach type of area. And that's nice because the boards are in the water, but they're not actually floating. So for step 2, like I said, you might want to train on land a few weeks, maybe a month, however you're kind of feeling a little more comfortable with them and being on the board, sitting, standing, with you on it as well. Maybe even bring your paddle as part of the situation so that they can get accustomed to that being part of the experience. But here we're already at the water, and like I said, I tried with the board being in the water with hers, like this, and basically you do the same thing, just getting them acclimated. They're just steps to get them accustomed. Every dog is different, so you may not have to do as much training. It just depends on the dog. Now see how she likes to kind of wade in the water and get wet already. But actually, Luna, I want you to come up on the board. So can you come up? Good girl. Nice job. So you may want to even just be in the water with them and start to get the board in, let it float, and then try to get them to come back up front. So Luna, come up front, honey. Good job, right there. Good, can you sit? So here we got her on the board. Like I said, she's done this many times throughout her life. She's an 8-year-old husky, and she still has a lot of tendency to walk around on the board, especially if I'm not on it. She thinks she owns it, and that's okay for this principal right now. Luna, come back over here. Now, because I know that she's not really gonna jump off of the board, I will leave her leash attached, but I don't really need to hold on as much. I do know that I can grab here if she does slide off, and she has done that where she just gets a little excited and her back hind legs might go in the water, butt might go in the water, and I grab her really quick and try to slide her back up on, and she does pretty good with that. But this is the ideal spot where you would want her to be, and where I would come right here into the middle of the board and get on like that. And maybe you just start out like this at first with them getting the idea. Like I said, if you have a partner that could move the board for you out a little bit, kind of move around. We did with her, I have more of the tendency to do morning if I'm going to paddle with her, or late evening at sunset is the best time, especially if the water is a little more calm. You know, you don't want to be out with a lot of distractions. This is a pretty quiet space, a nice spot to have your dog out on the water. Anything more busy or more tendency for an injury or something to go wrong, right? Like you don't want to put yourself in a situation that just doesn't feel right and could be dangerous for you or the dog, especially because they get distracted. And if they're new to this, then you know you want to set them up for success. Just like people, you want to build up their confidence to go, and especially, you know, treat rewarding maybe afterwards. Let's go out for a little paddle, Luna. Come on.
Look at Poppy, Loon.
Good girl.